Hello my dear students. Today we will study about the pinus. Pinus is one of the most important coniferals and it is represented by about 105 species. These are mainly distributed in northern hemisphere and found commonly in northern Europe, northern and central America, subtropics of North Africa, India, Myanmar, etc. Six species of Pinus, that is Pinus roxburghi, wallichiana, giardiana, armandi and mercussi, are found in India. Pinus is a very important plant because it has a high commercial value and it is a gymnosperm, we know that. The plant, how the plant is? The plant is sporophytic and provide a pyramidal look. At the point that it looks like a pyramid, we can see this point and we will clear it later on. The plant is sporophytic, it means the plant is diploid in nature. It is a large plant, perennial plant, evergreen plant, attaining a height of 50 to 200 feet. It means they are very tall. The plant body is differentiated into root, stem and needle-like leaves. Leaves are of two types. One is a scaly leaf and other one is foliage leaf. What are scaly leaves? Scaly leaves are brown in color and they cover the whole stem. Whereas foliage leaves are green in color and these are foliage leaves. These helps in photosynthesis. These leaves help in photosynthesis. These are needle-like. In this diagram, you can understand these are needle-like. Shoot is of two type, dwarf shoot and long shoot. Long shoot, we can understand this point from this diagram that you can see in this diagram that there is a long shoot and there is a dwarf shoot. Long shoot, for example, this is a main stem and from the main stem the long shoot arises from the axils of scaly leaves and from lateral buds. These arises and these branches are of unlimited growth. It means they grow regularly and at apex they gradually shorter towards the apex and thus provide a pyramidal look. Now dwarf shoot arises from the long shoot and dwarf shoot is also known as foliage spur because these have these needles and these are of limited growth. It means they do not grow regularly. In this diagram, spurs of different species. The group of foliage leaf on the dwarf shoot is known as spur. Spur in different species according to the needle. Monofoliar, it means one needle, Pinus monophylla. Two needles, it means bifoliar. It is found in Pinus sylvestris. Trifoliar, it means there will be three needles and Pinus giardiana, the species name. And in pentafoliar, it means five needles are there. It will found in Pinus wallichiana. This Pinus giardiana are found in the Himalaya region of Uttarakhand. Now we will understand the point root. The root is primary roots are of tape roots and at a starting point primary roots consist of hairs but afterwards these disappear and lateral root arises from this primary roots and lateral roots form a mass like structure. Then we can see there the fungal covering over this lateral roots. Fungus remains as a parasite on these roots in this relationship. Fungus receives food from these roots and on the other hand fungus helps in performing certain physiological functions of host. Some scientists say that they live as a symbiotic relationship but some say that the relationship of fungus on this root is of parasitic type. Now the reproductive organ. Pinus is a monoecious and The male and female reproductive bodies are on the other branches. These are known as the cones or strobili. We know that the cones and strobili, this is a female cone and this is a male cone, and these male cone are in cluster, we can see in this diagram, and the male cones develop much earlier than the female cone. And these male cone are spirally arranged on the long shoot. These are arranged on the long shoot, not on the dwarf shoot. We should be clear about that. Male cone is ovoid in shape. We can understand from this diagram that these are ovoid in shape. The microsporophyll are arranged spirally on the cone axis. See the VS of male cone of Pinus. This is a male cone of Pinus and this is a vertical section of male cone. How the arrangement of microsporophyll? Microsporophyll arranged at this male cone spirally, and these microsporophylls have microsporangium in it, and these microsporangium and also the cone axis, you can see microsporangia bears microspores in it. How they are arranged? Microsporangia, how they are arranged? We can understand from this diagram that you can see that this is a apophysis. And also below this apophysis you can see the microsporangia and two microsporangia are there. And these microsporangia have microspores in it. Here these are full of microspores, and you can see slit also, the slit also, and the dehiscence of the microspores takes place through these longitudinal slits. Now what about the microsporophyll? Each microsporophyll is a membranous structure. It is a brown color structure. It is a brown color. The tip of microsporophyll which is projected towards upwards direction is called a apophysis. Two pouch-like sporangia are present on the abaxial surface. We have to be remembered this. Now structure of microspore. Structure of pollen grain is also known as a microspore, and it is covered by the exine and intine. And there is also a wing. You can see the wings are present on this microspore. Now come to the development of microsporangium. The microsporangium developed from the cells of microsporophyll, and also the development of microsporangium, it is of eusporangiate type, and the group of cells divide into two wall cells, and one is primary sporogenous cells. In starting, some cells of the microsporophyll becomes enlarged and become superficial, and these divide into two type of cells. One is wall cells and other one is primary sporogenous cells. Wall cells will again divide anticlinally and periclinally and form a layer of wall cells, and next to the wall cells you can see primary sporogenous cells. These primary sporogenous cells divide irregularly and form a sporogenous cells. These sporogenous cells is next, after some time, sporogenous cells will change into microspore mother cells, and also you can see here tapetum. This tapetum is formed by the wall cell, and the inner layer of the wall layer form the tapetum. These microspores are diploid in nature. Here the cells are diploid. These are also diploid. In this diagram also diploid, and in this diagram also we can see diploid cells, and there takes place only mitotic division. But